So students, yesterday we were seeing that Aditya actually went to his ancestral home and he went to directly to the attic, and we are seeing here the condition of the house. The floor was strewn with twigs and straw and pigeons droppings, a broken bed, the remains of an armchair, and a wooden packing case lay on the floor. So on the floor of that attic, which things were laying? The floor was actually strewn with twigs, and there was a straw and pigeon droppings on the floor, and then there was a broken bat and the remains of an armchair and a wooden packing case. Wooden packing case means a case which was made of wood, and it was a packing case of keeping something. Actually, all those things actually laid on the floor of that attic, and Aditya actually stood on top of the packing case and pushed his hand inside the ventilator. And by standing upon this packing case, Aditya just put his hand inside the ventilator in the attic, and then he actually upset a sparrow's nest, and a sparrow actually made its nest there, because the house was vacant for years, no one lived there, and and actually a part of which fell to the ground, and some part of that sparrow nest was actually, when Aditya put his hand inside, fell to the ground. However, he heaved a sigh of relief when he got what he had been looking for. So in the attic and inside that ventilator, what Aditya was looking for, when he got it, he was he felt a bit relieved. And when our narrator actually asked him what it was, he said he would get to find out soon about that. And then where did they go? From there on, they just went straight to a jeweler's and find out the whole value of that article which Aditya take out from that ventilator. And the jeweler actually remarked that that piece was actually an antique piece. And after that, they just went to the house of Jogesh Kaviraj. And at this point of time, when all these things were happening, the narrator was feeling a bit curious. He wanted to know what Aditya is doing, but he didn't ask anything at that point, because he thought that this is not the right time. And then they entered the house and went to the room where Sasank Sanyal stayed. Sasank Babu was busy reciting verses from Tagore, and again, as it was his habit, Sasank Babu was doing what at that time? He was just reciting the verses from some of the Tagore's poem. And when he had finished, Aditya just asked him whether he could come in the house or not. And then actually Sasank Babu just turned his face around both of us, around the narrator and Aditya, and he said that no one generally visits to me. Why do you want to visit? But Aditya would say that I would like to visit you if you do not mind.